Monday nights, the clock strikes 7. Conte and Kenny, humor's heaven. On 100 proof, YouTube's delight. Tune in, we promise it's pure delight. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, pure comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day.
Do you know what happens when a lowland guerrilla stand-up comedian, a functioning alcoholic impressionist, and geeky tech nerd pro wrestler get together? You get the Conte and Kenny Show. And AIDS, probably.
Tell me a story. See, we got blogs, we got podcasts. You know, the information won't stop. It comes in through your head, eats out your eyes, and it's all crap. You know? See, you gotta dare for greatness these days to get people's attention. Did I get yours?
Tell me a story.
Dreams die.
No, not by themselves. We kill them.
It's 90% bullshit. What is entertaining? Tell me a story.
What?
Tell me a story.
What? Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now!
Arrogance.
You are shit. Y'all see what I'm tapping? Shut up! Because of my big mouth, I made this woman laugh. You're an idiot. Shut up. Louis, what are you talking about? You're an idiot. Fuck off. Shut up. Classy. Yeah, that's right. I'm fucking funny. I'm fucking entertaining. Fuck you.
Alcoholism.
Kenny is a functioning alcoholic.
See, I have an alcohol issue. And
Issue?
Yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue. I'm not a problem. It's just an issue. I'm my own kind of reckless disaster. I'm fucking German. I might be Jewish too, but I was a fucking Jedi.
Kenny likes to drink.
I was drunk. Let's all go skinny dipping. My problem is, I don't have a problem. I work all day. I come home. I have a couple of drinks. It's psychologically bad for my penis.
Arrogance and alcoholism. The Conte and Kenny Show.
And don't forget me, Joey Image.
The vision is real. The power is reawakening. The fear is reborn. Because they have returned. Because they have returned.
All right, let's start it right after you stupid motherfucker. What's happening, everybody? Welcome all you hosers and hosettes to the Arrogance and Alcoholism and a Side of Spandex show, also known as the Conte and Kenny Show. We're here live every Monday night at 7 p.m. on the 100 Proof Podcasting YouTube channel.
I love when you say live every Monday night after we just had a week off.
We just had 2 weeks where we didn't do a show.
How about we started? We didn't do one the week before either. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, we did one.
No.
How about this one?
We did.
How about this one? Let's start the show like this. Conte and Kenny with Joey. Here we go. Conte and Kenny and Joey. Here we go. You like the show? Don't play a whore. Just listen and hang out some more. Hey, Hold on. I love that fucking intro.
Can that be our new intro?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Sean isolate Kenny singing?
Conte and Kenny and Joey hanging out till late or something. Then we bang, bang, and bang, la da 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 da.
That's
Yeah,
Kenny
that's
AI.
my
That's
ringtone.
right. AI Kenny, right
Yeah.
there. There he
AI
is.
Kenny.
AI Kenny.
AI Kenny.
AI Kenny. That should be we should do a bit where every once in a while AI Kenny does something. So anyway, you can listen to the show wherever you
These
get
eggs
your
were
podcast.
cold.
And if you're listening live or you're listening on the YouTube channel, please give the episode a like and subscribe to the channel. And join us live in the chat and be part of the show. And of course, the other show on here that we're friends with, of course, is the Replayables. And of course, it's me, Joe Conte, Kenny Michaels,
got
playing
beats.
with the he's
I got
playing
beats.
with Mattel
The little
toys.
Casio.
And Joey Image
Like
up
Quincy
in the
Jones
corner,
over
and
here.
Of course,
Hey
yes,
guys,
yeah,
how are you doing?
Quincy
How's everyone doing
Jones.
tonight?
You're more like Barnaby Jones, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Quincy Jones. Fucking Quincy Jones, you bag of shit. And of course, Shawnee, our
Barnaby.
producer, is behind. Shawnee is
Barnaby
our producer
Jones.
behind the glass. What's happening,
That's a
fellas?
that's a good pull on a Jones. You could have been like any kind of a Jones. Barnaby
Indiana?
Jones.
Right. Yeah, could have been
No,
Chipper
it's
Jones,
wonderful.
but I went Barnaby.
It could have been any Jones. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
tons
yeah,
of
yeah.
hey, there's tons of
Barnaby.
Joneses. They're keeping up with.
Yeah,
You
they're keeping
big
up with
Barnaby
each
You're
other.
always
Jones.
next door, right? Aren't they? No, that's not something. Whatever. I don't
No,
know.
that's
Keeping up.
hey, real quick, you're gonna hear me. I'm not gonna crack. Look at this stuff here. See what this
Oh,
is?
Yeah, I like that stuff. Yep.
Moose Munch.
Moose
What
Munch.
is it?
Yeah.
Popcorn?
It's popcorn.
Yeah,
it's
like not like Cracker Jack. What's the other shit? It's like what's that stuff called? That's not Cracker
Cracker
Jack.
Jacks.
It's the Crunch and Munch. It's like that stuff.
Crunch and Munch. Yeah, there's no
It's in a
there's
red
nuts
box,
in it.
right? Crunchy Munch comes in a red box.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Crunch and Munch and same thing as Cracker Jacks. You know, like Cracker Jacks are
It's good
different.
stuff.
Crunch
Yeah.
and Munch. Yeah, it's delicious. And I had my niece. I'm like, my mother got it for Christmas. She got a whole bunch. Goes to that place Ollie's. Goes gets the shit off the rack.
Oh,
See
Aldi.
the
Yeah.
Aldi? No,
What is
not
it called?
Aldi.
Ollie's? Oh,
Ollie's,
Oh.
not
I
Aldi.
never even heard
That
of
piece
that.
of shit.
I never heard
One
of
butter store. Fucking
It's all
sucks.
Aldi brand stuff they got there.
See
dude.
that?
It's-
See that red
No, man,
label?
you
That
don't-
means
it's
it's
good shit, man. You don't pay all that much for
Aldi
getting it, man.
fucking sucks. Aldi is the fucking literally it's this is the only butter we have.
Yeah.
They have one type of fish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's in a can.
It is
Aldi
a small
sucks.
store. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
there's
it's
there's
small.
only one type of it. There's no. Yes, you save a couple of bucks, but you walk in there like you're in a fucking in a fucking homeless shelter pantry. And of course, the
Right.
goods are good. You know, the product is okay. You know,
Yeah,
like they have this like balsamic strawberry like spray you put on salad. Oh, it's
Ooh.
delicious. Absolutely delicious.
That
Like
sounds
literally,
good.
like you could sit there and spray it like mouthwash. That's how good it
Like
is.
Banaka.
Like banana.
Yes, like
yeah,
banana. It's
Or
that good.
self-doing pepper spray. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Pepper spray.
Well, when I'm raping myself, nothing stops me more than a good spritz of balsamic strawberry.
Balsamic strawberry.
But other than that, Aldi's a big piece of shit. Hey, here's one piece of lamb. Oh, thank you, Aldi. Anyway, this stuff is Moose Crunch, and I had my niece going. I was like, oh, so my mother like stocking stuffers. She'll get a whole bunch of it, you know.
Yeah.
And she goes to her friend. She buys off the whole rack, and so I had my niece calling it Moose Knuckle.
Ah, very good.
Like,
Teaching them young.
I'm like, oh, this
Teaching them
Moose
young.
Knuckle is. I'm like, this Moose Knuckle is delicious. And she's like, yeah, this Moose Knuckle is good. She don't know.
Oh, that's good.
She's fucking 8.
You're teaching.
9.
Yeah, you're teaching
Yeah.
the little one.
You're
Yeah.
teaching her
Childish
corrupting.
fucking male fucking words for vagina. You know.
Absolutely. And that's like when I was me and my friend Gabe, his mother Filipino, accent and stuff.
That's a weird name.
And
That's a weird name. His mother Filipino. That's weird. What's her name? Phila.
they
Last name Pino?
they were Filipino.
I thought it was Philip.
Yeah, the way he
Dorna.
said it, he goes, his mom Filipino. It's like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, what? Go ahead.
Well, I was describing it. Mom Puerto Rican, mom Filipino accent.
It's an even stranger
And
name.
during the holidays, she would make bake. You know, she would make bake. She would bake cakes. She would make bakes.
Okay.
What am I, Filipino now?
She would make bake. Hey, why don't you sing for Journey then, since you're already Filipino?
Yeah, we make.
Go be
Can't tell the difference.
lead singer.
Anak, we make bake. His grandmother used to go, let's get a Kentucky bucket of chicken. A Kentucky bucket of chicken. A Kentucky bucket of chicken. That's a Filipino accent. Yeah.
Funny.
On a side note, you know manaj, right, Joe? You know that?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Of course.
In Filipino, manaj masuga gula soda. In Filipino, it's putang mo. Putang. And when something happens, like you spill a drink,
it's like Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
It's manaj. Yes, it's not a curse.
It's their version.
Yeah.
It's their version.
It's their version. I forgot to tell you
How
that.
do you say that again?
It's like bloody hell.
Putang.
Because it almost sounds like putana, but you throw a
like putang, but putang,
right? Yeah.
Putangana mo.
Putangana. The hand. You had putangana mo, and you put your hand up.
Putangana, because I was smoking.
Filipino walnuts.
Putangana.
It's a Polly Walnuts hand.
Yeah, it's
hey, my
Singaporean Polly Walnuts. Exactly.
Yeah. I'll try to find a clip real quick while we're talking. There's
you go to fucking jail. What the fuck?
In the Philippines, there's a guy on a highway, and he's like driving with his wife, and next to him driving is like a homemade version of Optimus Prime. It's like a rickshaw, but it's designed like Optimus Prime, the Transformer. And he goes,
Oh, thanks for clarifying. You meant the Transformer. I thought you meant the baseball player.
Yeah. And you hear him go. He goes, Optimus Prime.
Was he the cousins of the guy who was like El Gato? Was he?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
El Gato.
Welcome to Rosetta Stone,
dude,
lesson 1 with Kenny
dude,
Michaels.
my friend,
Puerto Rican or whatever he just said.
His uncle, Jet,
yeah.
Tito Jet. Tito is like Tito, uncle, in Spanish.
Right. Yeah.
And this is back when we were in high school. And they're sitting there, and everyone's gathering together. And it was when beepers were around still. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? And
Shawnee,
there was
they were pagers. It was before cell phones. You have to explain that to Shawnee. Yeah,
beepers. Yeah, not beepers. They were pagers.
381-8857.
We called them beepers because we were simpletons, but yeah, they're pagers. Yeah.
All right, so I called it beepers for a reason. Thank you for the black and white, Shawnee. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm in the black and white. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
You think he's sleeping behind the wheel? That motherfucker's on 10 cups of coffee. He is not sleeping behind the wheel.
There you go. So it was around when beepers were around.
Yeah.
So it was a family thing. We had to go. It was like a wedding. Somebody's wedding or Sweet 16 or something like that. And he goes, okay, his Tito Jet, Gabe's uncle was like, okay, I'm going to go, and we go to, and he goes, don't forget to bet me.
What? Don't forget
to bet me.
Oh.
He mixed up, don't forget to beep me.
And don't forget
but it was, don't forget to bet me.
Yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck did you, bro? His fucking cousins, who were all our age, called him out on it. They were like, don't forget to bet me.
Yeah,
it was fucking hilarious.
Instead of saying I'm gonna beep the horn,
my
mother, instead of saying I'm gonna beep the horn, she goes, I'm gonna bep the horn. And you're like, same thing.
Really? Your mama said that?
Same thing. Yeah, bep the horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's he said, instead of beep me, he said bep me, right?
Yeah.
Right. Don't forget to bet me.
Don't forget to bet me.
Don't
Did
forget
he do a spoonerism? Did he forget instead of say forget?
Yeah.
And then
he switched around the two syllables.
Did he switch the two?
Those
in other
two
words, he
syllables,
switched the
words.
short E with the long E.
He transposed.
Right. What
Yeah,
Joe's
he
saying, that's what I'm trying to
transposed.
say. Yeah.
That's a spoonerism, they call
That's
that.
pretty
That's
funny.
when you
Spoonerism?
like mix
Arthur
spoonerism.
Spooner?
You know, yeah, like if
Arthur
you're
Spooner?
what happened? No, it's not like Arthur Spooner, Joey. Fucking dick.
Well, I don't know.
Like Arthur Spooner.
I don't know. King of Queens. I don't know. What else is there?
Oh, I have a complaint.
Oh, hold on, just real quick. Hold on,
Go
before
ahead.
you start that, Joe. Hold on. There's one. Hold on a second. Not this here. I'll find it. I wanted to show you. No, but the point of the story. The point of the story.
Oh, you have one of those?
Oh. Here, can you hear that?
Putang ina! Si Optimum Pride! Puking inang yan, Optimum Pride.
She's choking.
That's the fake Optimus Prime.
I heard that part.
Wait,
What's the choking at the end?
That's the when Optimus Prime goes.
Oh,
and he goes.
That's pretty.
But Joe, the
Putang ina! Si Optimum Pride!
that's Manajara.
Yeah.
So the whole point of the story was
Is there one?
Yeah, Moose Knuckle. When I was getting my kid to say Moose Knuckle, the point of the story was we would my friend Gabe with his mother was a brilliant woman and a great cook and the whole thing. She would make pies during the holidays, and she's like, "Kenny, I have apple pie, I have pumpkin pie." and we'd be sitting all, I'm like, this is delicious. You know, I'm gonna say this is unbelievable. This is beautiful. And Gabe would go, "Ma, you didn't make any hair pie? You didn't make hair pie at all? It wasn't
no idea.
There wasn't one that
No idea.
Kenny, what is hair pie?" And I gotta keep a fucking straight face. Where his mother is going, "What is this hair pie?"
Yeah.
Not two things are connected. Not one fucking connection of what is
I
it.
like how you did that
What
little
is-
hand gesture that kind of went with what you were talking about.
Yeah, it was scissoring.
Yeah.
I was like, scissoring.
Yeah, scissoring. Yeah. It was a lesbian thing.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
I didn't even realize I did that. It was natural.
Dude.
Yeah,
when-
but he would
Bet it
sneak
is,
it through.
when
What did you tell
me
her?
and
Did
my
you answer
friends.
her?
No,
What's that?
you didn't answer it, right?
Did you answer her? What did you tell her?
No, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, no, of course not. She kept asking me, what is this? Is this hair pie? You like it? How do you make hair pie? Oh my God, I gotta sit there and take this radiation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because he would
yeah,
fucking
to be able to
when
hold
we
that in,
were really, really young, he used to we would get home from school and he'd have a fucking smorgasbord in the refrigerator of Filipino food, pot roast and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
And he'd start to make
roast,
food.
Filipino?
Yeah, like Filipino pot roast, delicious. The food was amazing, but he would go, "Listen, man, you can't eat over." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You got to call my dad and ask first." So I'd call his dad in Long Island, who was a comptroller for fucking hospitals in Long Island, and I go, "Mr. Aguirre, can I eat over?" And he'd go, "What the fuck are you calling me for? Eat, just go fucking eat."
Can you imagine
And
you're a blue collar guy and you're working and your son's friend calls to ask if he can eat over.
If I can eat over.
Imagine?
Yeah.
It's a
Every
grown
time I
man.
go over there, his dad was like, "Make sure you eat. Make sure you go ahead, have some food."
Yeah,
and I'm
right,
calling him at work because his fucking son is a conniving asshole, and going, "You got to call my," just because he wanted me to call his father and interrupt him. That's what I'm kind of.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Dude,
Joe,
back in
you
the
had
day-
to.
No, back in the day when me and Bill, my friend Bill, who you know, and my other friend Richie, we were like, the three of us, we always hung out. And the thing that we used to always say to each other all the time, it was greasy ass. My friend Richie would always say, "Oh, I got greasy ass." That was, baboon ass, whatever, but he always said greasy ass.
Swamp ass,
So,
yeah.
Swamp ass, yeah.
Mud butt.
So we're at my mom's apartment, and we stopped by there. They know my mom, but and Richie, because Richie just doesn't give a shit. Richie would say anything; it doesn't matter. Right in front of my mother, he's like, "Oh, I think I got some greasy ass." Right? Well, my mother, from that day forward, never called him Richie. He was just the greasy ass. He was just that greasy ass.
No,
Absolutely.
really?
She knew not even to bust his balls, but that what stuck in my fucking mother's brain was, and then she would just say him. She'd be like, "Hey, Bill, hey, greasy ass." It was, and she would actually throw a little extra. She would throw like emphasis on it
with
too.
the accent. Yeah, with the accent.
Yeah.
No kidding. It's brilliant.
Hilarious. So
That's
funny,
brilliant.
man. Just hilarious. Yeah, that's one of my dude. That's one thing I regret. I regret that I never got to smoke weed with my mom because she would have been a pisser. Because my mother was nuts, but she was cool, crazy. She was like, she wasn't nuts to where she would throw things and cause. Well, she did cause some problems, but but she was fucking crazy, and it would have been hilarious. Because my mother would say, once in a while, my mother would go, sometimes the men are just such a piece of shit. I feel like I want to be a lesbian, and she would say lesbian. Fucking hilarious. A lesbian. I'm like, lesbian? Huh? She threw an SH in there. Like she was trying to say, shh, I don't want to.
Yeah. My mother's sharp as a tack now, but she's got half dementia where, the biggest thing is diet, cherry, Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
I know this.
I remember.
Hold on a second, Kenny. Before you say it, when I was saying spoonerism, when I said the word spoonerism? That's what this is. Go ahead, say it.
She got it from her father, my grandfather, my guy. Wild cherry Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Right.
Wild cherry Pepsi. Actually, she just brought this up a day ago because she's making a ShopRite order because it's on sale. And you know what it is? It's Wild Chepsy Perry. Gotta get some Wild Chepsy Perry. Okay.
Now, she said that one time, and it was an accident.
One time.
And that is a spoonerism.
Yes.
That's what a spoonerism is.
Yes.
Where you mix up two words or the first letter of two words, whatever.
Yeah, the emphasis.
And I know Wild Chepsy Perry. I know that from Kenny, from his family.
You told us that before.
I've said this before.
Yeah.
The other one is she was trying to say garbage in. She was saying garbage in, garbage out. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for some reason her mouth said barbagine, barbagette. So now my sisters, every time my mom's talked, they're like, yeah, well, barbagine, barbagette. Barbagine, barbagette.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. I
forgot. Here's another one.
I forgot it.
When my mother, ice cream, my favorite is Breyer's chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla.
Yeah,
okay, in the one,
in
the one thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I go down to the basement, I grab a bowl of this stuff, and she's on the couch and she's dozing off. You know what I mean? She's watching the tube, just sitting there, and I'm up the stairs, and she goes, "What do you got?" I go, "Oh, I went and got some ice cream. I asked you, but you were sleeping. You want some?" She's like, "No, I'm fine." She goes, "Which one do you have?" She goes, "Did you get the breakfast, lunch, and dinner?" I go, "No, it was not. It was not.
Listen, Ma,
it was not
like my junk food, but I'm not having breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It was.
I'm not 11. I'm not having
the
ice
flavors.
Cream 3 meals.
The flavors were chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. They were not breakfast, lunch, and dinner in threes. Just because it was 3 does not mean that it was fucking.
Hey, Kenny, did you get the Mo, Larry, and Curly ice cream? Like, what the fuck?
Joey, Jojo, that's brilliant.
What?
I was thinking Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah, Manny, Mo, and Jack.
It's the Pep Boys.
Yeah, Pep Boys.
Pep Boys ice
Manny,
cream.
Mo, and Jack. That's a pull, dude.
Yeah, Conte started with Melbo. Is that the Mo, Larry? No, it's not Mo, Larry, and Curly. It's vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate.
That's hilarious, man.
Well, the classic one.
I remember that.
I've said this before, but for people listening out there, and Joe, you might, I don't know if I told you. My grandfather, and he was my dude. And so it's me and my younger brother. I'm saying maybe I'm 10, 11. My brother's 3 years, 8. You know,
Right.
and we're gazing out in the backyard of my mother's place where we grew up, and there's a above ground pool. And he goes, "You know what we need?" And he was a builder. An echelon mechanic at Shell Oil for 42 years.
Yeah.
He was a tinker. He knew. I mean, he was an inventor. I was an astronomer. He made his own telescopes to look at the stars and shit. You know, we'd be in the backyard. This is my guy, right? And we're outside. We're gazing. We had a half an acre of property, and there was my mom's big garden, and there's this big plot of of grass between the house and the garden, and that's where I learned how to play baseball on a brick wall. No father. I learned how to do it myself, just by a brick wall, and they would throw it back to me. Right. So we're sitting there, and we're gazing out to this. And my little brother's right next to me, and he goes, "You know, guys, you know what we need? And we could build it. We need a jacuzzi here. We need a fucking jacuzzi."
Yeah.
Me and my brother are like, "Fuck yeah, we do. Absolutely, we need a jacuzzi. Yes, we need a jacuzzi." Me and my brother are like, "Let's get a fucking jacuzzi. We're gonna fucking jacuzzi time. We're dancing around, stuff like that." And he goes,
"Oh my god!
I mean gazebo." What?
Not
He goes, "We need a gazebo. The fuck we gonna do in a gazebo? You can't swim in a gazebo. There's no bubbles. There's no bubbles in a gazebo. It can't hold water. Old man, the fuck's the matter with you?"
That's great. Let's get a jacuzzi. I'm sorry, gazebo.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Put Kenny back in color. Oh my god. That is dude.
Yeah.
I haven't heard these in so long. They're so classic.
For 3.5 minutes, me and my brother were like, "We're fucking jacuzzi! Whoa!" Yeah, we're like, "Whatever you need, pops. How do we build this? Let's start. Let's go. Let's dig. Let's break ground. You know?
Dude,
no, a gazebo. What are we gonna get fucking married next to the garden?"
You felt like a Buffalo Bill fan 2 years ago in the playoffs when they scored with 13 seconds left. And then the Chiefs came down and got a field goal and fucking went into overtime, and then they lost.
Exactly.
Thrilled, and then everything went to shit.
Hey, that's not the only time that motherfucker did it. He calls us up. He calls my mother up at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Now, who is this, your grandfather or your uncle?
My grandfather. My mother's father.
Your grandfather. Okay.
Yeah, my dude. Calls us up at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't even probably awake yet. And he won the lottery. $30 million. He won the lottery, as he called it. I won the lottery. And my mother's like, "What?" So I'm downstairs. I call my brother. I'm like, "Bro, get down here." I'm like, my mother's talking, and she's like, he's having a heart attack. Can't breathe. He's like, "I think we won the lottery. We won the lottery. We won the lottery. I think it's the $30 million we won." And my mother's like, "Are you shitting me? No, it can't be." Yeah. And so as we're trying to work this thing out, it gives me the phone, and I'm like, "Pop, you won the lottery?" "Yeah, boy." And I'm like, "Bro." So I talk to my brother. We're gonna get go-karts. We're gonna get fucking basketball hoops. We'll get an in-ground pool. We'll get. We'll get all the stuff. I give the phone back to my mother, and I hear my mother go, "What do you mean it's the wrong paper?" "Oh, it's the wrong. Let me tell you, for about 3.5 minutes,
you were.
I know. For about, I say this, and it's only about 3 minutes. I know what it feels like to have $30 million in the bank. I know what it feels like. Me and my brother were punching each other, going, "We're gonna get all this shit in go-karts," because we always wanted to go. I always wanted a go-kart, and we had the yard, and we always had a skeleton of a go-kart underneath his back porch. You got off a scrap heap or something. Had the wheels on it. You just need a little Briggs and Stratton engine, and I would have had a go-kart. I never did. Once I get my house, I'm going to have one. But all of this stuff was just right in reach from this son of a bitch.
You are
A
like
jacuzzi,
almost
lottery
tasting. You're tasting
I
the
tasted it.
idea
No,
of
no,
living
Joe.
as a rich person.
Joe, I tasted
You
it.
were rich for 3 minutes.
It was.
You were a rich guy.
It was like, and I'm being serious here. It was so profound. The relief and like the feeling of like worry was gone. You know, because we came from my single mother. You know, 5 kids,
Right.
single mother. You know, so this was, whoa. We are on not easy street of being like, oh, let's get a. He always calls them Razamatis. He loved Razamatis. He loved Razamatis.
That's another spoonerism.
Yeah, exactly. He loved Razamatis. But it was for 3 minutes, the most intense, like, wait, just lift it off. Mama, we're going to be fine. We're going to be good. And I'm maybe 10, 11 years old. You know, we're just youngins. And what about it? Fucking Tennessee now in the Appalachians? We're just youngins.
We're just youngins.
We're just youngins.
That's my daddy.
But
That's my daddy.
My daddy.
Yeah, you don't
My
cross
daddy.
my kinfolk. Don't cross my kinfolk. You'll be sure as hell to find you. Anyways, but I really knew how to. Yeah, I really knew how it felt to be rich for about 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
That's an
and
interesting
it was.
little thing there. Man.
Oh, I never want to let it go. I never want to let it go. It was brilliant.
So what was the deal? He was looking at the wrong day.
Yeah, he
day's
fucking
paper, I mean?
no. He transposed his numbers. He had a thing. It was not dyslexic, but he would transpose his numbers. And
Right.
What does that mean?
it lined up. It was transpose means instead of 3-6, you put 6-3.
Yeah.
So it's almost
You know
like
what I mean?
he's dyslexic. Is he
Almost like this
dyslexic?
dyslexic. Or
It's-
no.
similar to that, but it's not.
Yeah. Instead of 5-7-4, he would say 7-5-4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
And
it's
that's
not
why
all the
you
time
can't.
either.
That's why Razamani and Jacuzzi and all this shit. You know what I mean?
Razamati. I'm gonna buy me.
It just so happened. It just so happened that he transposed these numbers from a paper last week, because he would have a stack of news. That's what he would do when he retired. He'd have a stack. He'd have a week of newspapers on his coffee table, and he would eat breakfast, have a cup of coffee, and then he would kick his feet up and boom, he'd finger through the newspaper, and that was his thing. That's why I learned how to read newspapers, you know, because I would mock him. He'd give me the funnies or whatever, and I would read the newspapers and stuff. That's why for many years, every morning I'd go to work, I'd grab 2 newspapers, Daily News and the Post, because that's how I just learned.
Yeah.
You're eating breakfast, having a coffee. You're flipping through the newspaper,
reading the paper.
Yeah, reading the papers,
turning pages.
turning pages. Yeah. So
so real quick, I noticed something. 2 things about this show. One, the 3 of us, we're all the biggest Carlin fans. So when I just said my daddy, both of you knew exactly what I was doing.
Yeah,
I went to.
knew
You know what my
exactly
daddy
what
used
I
to
was
say? Blah 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 blah. blah.
Tucker, Connor,
Fuck your dad.
and Todd.
Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks.
We're all big. We're all
Yes.
huge Carlin
Giant
fans.
Carlin
I don't
fans,
think.
yes.
I don't think one of us is a bigger Carlin fan than the other. I think we're all
No,
equally.
and I think like you just said, Joe. Anything one of us throws out that's from a bit, we would all
from
know
a
it.
Carlin bit.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Joey. I was just going to say that. I guarantee if any one of you guys quoted something from a special or something,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that's the airline bit or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Get the
I'm
fuck out of
getting
here.
on the
11
plane.
commandments. Yeah, get in the
So-
plane. Get in the, I'm getting.
So
get
I
on the
noticed
plane.
2 things about this show. 2 things about the 3 of us. One
Getting
is that
on
we're
the
all
plane.
big Carlin fans,
Yeah.
and used to both have fake names. You know what? I'm the only one whose name is actually out there.
Yeah,
You're
my
not
name's
Kenny-
Joe.
Your name is not Kenny Michaels, and you are not Joey Image. Those
My
are
name is
not your
Joe.
real name.
My
What?
real name is Joseph. My real name's Joseph.
Yeah, I know. So is Kenny's real name, Kenny. But and
Yeah.
ironically, I'm the only one that put his fucking last name on this goddamn show. Isn't that weird? You guys both have aliases. And interestingly enough, dude, I've known Kenny for 20
Carlin didn't.
20 years. I've known Kenny for 20 years.
23, 2002.
People, 2002. Most people that know Kenny through comedy don't know Kenny's last name. And look,
I know it through Venmo.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my point. And Joey,
but I couldn't tell you what it was. I don't
knows-
remember. I have to go back and look in
Nobody
history. I
knows
don't remember
your last name. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just find it strange that both guys that I do radio with both have fucking aliases or a stage name or whatever the
Right.
fuck it is. It's just weird.
Right.
To me.
Well, I just found out Joey's last name when for the tickets for Will Call.
Oh,
and I was
yeah,
like, that's
right.
your last name? I wouldn't if you gave me a million shots.
And we've known
I
each
wouldn't have
other
done it.
What, 5-6 years?
5
now,
years?
at least.
5-6 years?
Something like that,
Yeah. I had no idea. The reason
he
why
gave us his
That's
name
funny.
first when he first came on the show, and that's when we were like,
Oh,
"Wait
my
a minute,
God.
there's a guy who's
Yeah.
there's
an old man with
yeah, like a blankophile."
I remember
with
Joe
Joey's
texting me or
exact
calling me or
first
stuff,
and
and I'm
last
going,
name.
Yeah,
and
is
we
this
wanted
your
to make sure
dad
like,
or
this
something
this
like
ain't your
no
uncle or pop or anything. Yeah.
I have that website where it's like
forgot all about that.
your name is Shirley Lipschitz, and it's like, well, I'm going to change it to John Wayne. You know, and you're like,
Right. Yeah.
I've all of them.
Real name.
Well, I
John
changed
Wayne's name like Marion or something.
It was Marion, yeah, something
It
or other.
was?
But there's a
Marion,
bunch of them
definitely
where you're
Marion.
like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. I didn't want to put I'm never going to put my last name out there. If you're
No, neither. I don't
keen
either.
enough, you find it. If you're keen enough, you
That
find it.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's
Michael
just because
is your middle name. That's where you have that.
Michael, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I put an S on it. But when we first started doing stand up and the internet was new, pretty much,
Yeah.
people were starting to attack my cousins, and they were only like 12 at the time. And I had to separate the line. You put a line in the sand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my last name isn't most conducive to show business. You know what I mean? It really isn't. And I was gonna take my grandfather's last name, which was Decker. I was gonna take that,
Okay.
but also his real last name, with his brothers, 13 kids, 10 survived.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was born in
13.
1919. Yeah,
fucking
Baba, my
insane.
great grandmother, had 13. 10 survived. But the last
What, the
name
other
was
three,
Ditch
run
Cow.
away?
No, it probably flushed in the toilet. It was they lived in tenements in Newark. Yeah, probably kerbloosh. There's another one, Trixie. Another one down the tubes.
Trixie.
I don't know. Baba. We used to call it Baba, which is his grandma in fucking Polish. But their last name was Dyzkowski, Dyzk.
Yeah.
However the fuck you spell it. So when when WW breaks out, they can't spell the names. They're all joining. The brothers. You know what I mean? They're all joining up.
Yeah.
They can't spell the name, so they all decided to change it all to Decker. So my grandfather was a Dyzkowski, not a Decker. You know,
Decker.
So I just did it for show business. Yeah, I was going to be Kenneth Decker. You know,
Yeah, which actually
there was
sounds like Kenny Decker sounds like a baseball player, man. That
well, there was on the A team. On the A team, there was Colonel Deck. Now batting.
Yeah.
And
Now
Colonel
batting
Decker.
number 26, Kenny Decker.
Colonel Decker.
Decker.
Was
Decker.
on the A team. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Pops, he's got, so Decker there's Deckers in the NFL. It's a
Wait, wasn't Colonel Decker?
edge.
Oh no, never mind. I was thinking of Colonel Potter.
There's a
Colonel
bunch
Decker
of them. Yeah,
mashed
so
too, but it wasn't. It was Colonel Potter.
it could be. It's a common name.
Yeah,
But
mine
I
is
changed
because
it, so
when I finished my wrestling training, the trainer's like, "Okay, you got to come up with a name," and I thought, well, my real name is Joe, so I'm going to use Joe or Joey, some form of it, and I love the Misfits, the band, so I'll use Joey Image as like an homage to their. This was my idea. I'll use the name Joey Image as like an homage to their drummer Joey Image, who I was a huge fan of growing up as a kid. I got Misfits lived. They're from fucking 10 minutes from where I grew up. So I'm like, he left the band in 81. No one will ever remember that. And then less than a year after I start using this name, they get back together.
no.
He joins the band again. I'm like, you motherfucker.
No kidding.
So
Really, that's a great
When
story.
when the news broke out a few years ago that he had cancer, and then last year when he died, I can't tell you how many fucking emails and text messages I got. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay? The ones that said,
Yeah.
there were two of them that said, "Are you okay?" And I responded, "If you thought I was the guy that died, do you think I would be okay?"
And you
Never-
think I would
those
respond?
Right, yeah,
people
yeah.
never-
Like, what the
Respond,
fuck?
yeah.
yeah. Those people.
Yeah.
never
Hey,
did.
Conti,
And then the other ones
Conti,
were like, "Oh my
hey.
god, I thought it was you."
He went with Joey Image because the pallbearer was taken.
It is taken actually.
Exactly.
Is it really? There's a pallbearer
Yeah.
wrestler? Really?
Yeah.
Paul Bearer.
I even
He's
know
passed
that.
away too. He's
Yeah,
yeah. in
No,
real life,
a pallbearer. Like you,
No, but
you
this-
hold the coffins.
No. Right, but that was his stage name was Paul
Oh.
Bearer. But you know what his real
Bearer.
life job was? He was an undertaker or a mortician.
No shit.
He
So that's
managed-
where he-
No
And-
shit.
And in wrestling, he managed the Undertaker. So when they had to do like spooky,
Whoa.
scenes and stuff,
Yeah.
he had all this stuff at his funeral home to just use. So they brought in
No
caskets
kidding.
and
Look
crap
at
like
that.
He just had all this stuff. Yeah, he was.
Joey,
really
I didn't
good
even
dude. He passed away
realize.
a couple years ago. Yeah,
I was just making. I tried to think of like a
I met him,
wrestling
I
name.
met him a couple different times. Yeah, no.
I was trying to think of
Well,
a
I was
wrestling
one
name.
who
That's
used-
great
So
story.
when I first started, I used to go by JJ, just because I don't know. I didn't want people to know my name was Joseph or whatever. So it was JJ, and people would say that in the locker room, and I wouldn't answer them because I didn't realize they were talking to me because they weren't saying Joe or Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Now I don't know who the fuck they're talking to, so I just ignore them, and then I get a tap on the shoulder. So I'm like, you know what? I got to change this to Joe or Joey or something that I know. I know if somebody says it, they mean me.
Only you
Was it
could give yourself a name and then not fucking respond to it. You fucking idiot. God, you're a fucking brain dead twit.
I never thought of it that way before.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my
I never
God.
thought of it
Yeah.
that way before.
You know
That's
what's funny?
pretty
You know what's funny? It's like if my stand up name was Scoots Magooch, right?
Right.
And then I go up inside it and hey, you're on next, Scoots Magooch. Scoots Magooch. And now I just made it up when I'm signing in for like an
Yeah.
open mic. And I'm like,
Right.
who the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
is this
just sitting there.
Scoots Magooch
Who the
guy?
fuck is this?
Scoots Magooch.
Yeah.
And he's
I
off.
never
Scoots
thought of it that way.
Magooch
That's
is
pretty
gone.
funny.
I have
That's
to
pretty
bring
funny.
up.
Was
an
it
interesting name.
JJ Image or JJ Image? Or was it JJ Image? Oh, you know what? You know what's you're
Oh,
great.
no, I get it.
Just doubling up to them. You know what's funny?
Yeah,
You know the classic, one of my favorite movies of all time, Tombstone, and Val Kilmer
Of course.
is Doc Holliday, and he goes, "I'll be your Huckleberry." You know the
Yeah,
line,
I'm your Huckleberry.
right, Joe?
Yeah, yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking
Me?
at the fucking guy who's not paying
Yeah, yeah.
attention.
No, I never watched. I don't watch.
You
fucking
don't like-
westerns. I don't watch westerns.
Oh, you don't like
Yeah,
westerns? Yeah.
The only
Yeah,
western I
fucking-
watch
Oh,
is
come on.
Blazing Saddles. That's it. That's it. That's my only western.
Joey, I'll never
Yeah,
forget
what
this.
a
This
classic that is too.
Joey, this is before you. Joe Conte goes, I'm like, oh, did you ever see Back to the Future 3? And he goes, I don't like westerns. I go, that ain't a fucking western,
I
bro.
said that. Yeah. I remember.
Outlaw Josie Wales, The Unforgiven, fucking Tombstone. No, this guy,
Clint
Back to the
Eastwood.
Future 3. I don't really like westerns. Are you fucking kidding me? Any movie fan that I've ever told that story to goes, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" Back to the Future
Holy
3.
shit. That's funny.
So
Oh.
I'm your Joey. I'm your
Yeah.
and Conti. He
I know
says
the line. Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry.
he's about to kill him. I'll be a Huckleberry. No, it's Huckle Bearer. On the sides of the coffin where you grab it is called a huckle.
I didn't
And
know
bearer is carrier. Yes, there's.
that. Yeah.
I'll be your huckle bearer, not berry.
So is that
So
where the
I'll
word
carry-
Huckleberry
when they're
came
doing
from?
when they're about to do a
Where the Huckleberries
shootout.
didn't come from.
Yeah, that people just adapted it. When Conti, when he's about to kill a guy in a shoot off, you know what I mean? In a standoff, they're gonna trade guns. Fastest gun in the West, you know what I mean?
They're not gonna
And
trade
he,
them,
and basically he says, "Come on, I'll kill you. I'll put you in a coffin." And it says, "I'll
Right.
be your huckle.
I'll be your
huck.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be your pallbearer.
I'll be, but it's a
Yeah.
huckle bearer because
Yeah.
the handle is
Ah,
called a huckle.
Huckleberry.
Everyone,
I didn't know
like
that.
people make T-shirts. I'm your Huckleberry.
Berry,
And they say
yeah.
berry because it sounds
it's
like
not berry.
nope. It's
Hucklebearer.
Hucklebearer. Yeah.
Ah, that's interesting.
So you ever want to
Little
cold-blooded
tidbit.
kill somebody, going, and you know, I am the Lord when I raise vengeance down upon thee, and I'll be your Huckleberry.
And
it-
I'll be your Huckleberry.
While around the couch eating a big Kahuna burger.
Speaking of a strange name,
Big Kahuna
my morning day job. I can't say the company, but I deliver stuff. I make
Good fucking lead-in, Joey. Jojo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
This is the
So
perfect.
that's how I have to preface by the fact that I saw this name. So in something that I was delivering to this house, and I looked at the name, and I couldn't believe the name. The name was Fang Fang. This is the first name.
You already got me.
Fang Fang. Last name Jang.
Like F-A-N-G?
So it's Fang Fang Jang. F-A-N-G. F-A-N-G.
The Chinese Dracula.
Space J-A-N-G. So this person.
Oh, I thought you
their
said
whole
Chang,
life-
like Ching Chang, like the
no,
Chinese Dracula.
Jang. So it's like, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Bob.
Yeah.
What are you? I'm Fang Fang Jang. This guy, I assume it's a guy's name. Obviously, it's some sort of Asian name, but what a horrible name to have in an
Joe,
yeah, it's unfortunate.
When I was in pharmaceuticals sending shit overseas, I'd get stuff in and out, import and export. One of my favorites of all time was Bunzo's Matsura from Japan.
Why do you remember
Bunzo's Matsura?
And
you'd have
the Bunzo's thing. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very big part of my life, Bunzo's. And what you guys don't realize is that when you Amazon Prime somebody something,
right?
You could put whatever name it is.
Oh yeah.
And our friend Rob, I did it to her all the time because she'd go down to the door.
I used to do it to my cousin all the time. My cousin used to live in Jersey City. I would send shit to his house and do this wacky, stupid names.
It'd be Pussy Lips Mahoney, or
that's the opposite of Balls Mahoney.
Yeah. I would put, and it'd be like stuff they needed. You know what I mean? Like I sent my friend Josh. He was having his first child, so I just sent him just a box of diapers. Kid wasn't due for 6 months.
Yeah,
and I think it was like Pussy Jello Rogers or something. And for a fucking year, he had no idea who had sent these anonymous diapers.
That's the best part.
Until like the kid was 6 months old.
Anonymous diapers would be a great name too.
Yeah, but I sent him Pampers, and I go, hey, how'd you like the diapers? And he goes, Pussy Rogers, that's you. that was you.
I like that he goes you that way.
He goes. Me and my wife have been fucking struggling for 8 months to try to figure out who sent these damn diapers here. I go, yeah, it was me. You just I love making up names. Our friend Rob's. Yeah, I would do it all the time to her. Do it all the time. Whiz-wag pussy pants. Anything,
Right.
like just you just make a bunch of names. Yeah.
Kenny, I just
have
texted
them
you a picture of Paul Bearer, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
It's so funny. It's funny. It's hilarious that you brought up that name.
We wanted to do a bit, and me and Kenny we came up with it, and we wanted to call it "Stupid Doozies," right?
Yes.
And if you it could be it could come up on the show or whatever, but I thought of something today.
Jojo, they come up all the time.
Oh yeah, basically it's almost like it's
dad
in the
joke
genre of dad jokes, corny jokes,
or just like I can't make that up. You know, it's
Right.
kind of right in the borderline, but they happen to us all day long sometimes. You know,
the borderline.
Out of
You know
any,
what borderline's
just
about,
yeah. just what we ask is with this bit, remember them, because if you realize them, you'll remember them because you're like,
Yeah.
Conte mentioned the doozies. Stupid doozies.
We should make a, and maybe Shawnee might make it make an intro for it. It's just called Conte and Kenny Stupid Doozies.
Yeah.
Right? Stupid Doozies. All right. So
Stupid
here it
Doozies.
is. So in that other whatever, I needed to get a person's last name. So the guy tells me his last name, and his last name was Prashad. Right? And I just looked at him. I go, do you have a sister named Sue? Prashad? Sue Prashad? Sue Prasad? His name is Prasad. And I go, do you have a sister named Sue? Sue Prasad.
I got it right away.
I was saying, I was, you know, when you said Prasad, I was going to say, do you have a brother named Moo?
Moo Prasad?
I don't get it.
No, Mooshad.
No, Prasad.
Oh no, he was thinking like Purr was the first name.
Yeah,
Shad
Purr was the first. That's what I heard. Purr
Yeah,
was the
Shad
first
was
part
the
of the
last
name,
name.
and Shad was the last name. So Persad and Mooshad.
Mushad.
Yeah, Mooshad. Yeah, so it was Prasad. And I'm like, you got a sister named Sue Prasad? And
Sue Prasad.
really, really bad joke.
Yeah.
Really fucking bad joke.
But those are the doozies.
Right.
That's
Those are
why
the doozies.
that's why they're doozies.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, I mean, hey, when you suck the wind out of a room or a conversation because of how
You
bad
do it
it
on
is,
purpose.
write
That's
it
the
down.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yep. So
Here's-
Joey,
here's the thing.
make sure you get a bunch of pencils because you do that a lot. So make sure you have a lot of
Yeah.
ink ready.
I'll do it on purpose though.
Joey should have a blue and a red
That I know
pencil.
of.
Blue for the ones that he did, and red for the ones that he heard, because it might be even. Like someone would sit there and go, "Did he just fucking say that?" And you write it down. Joey go,
Yeah.
"Did I just fucking say that?" Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna
Arthur
write it
Spooner.
down.
Like
You
Arthur
know what?
Spooner.
This is a perfect time to
Uh-oh.
introduce our brand new bit, and we're going to annihilate Joey. It's going to be fantastic. Kenny, I don't even know if you know. I might have told you, but you probably didn't even hear anything. So,
Nope.
Shawnee, are you ready with our brand new bit? And Kenny, you're going to recognize the voice who does the
Sure.
intro.
Sure.
The Conte and Kenny Show now presents Out of Left Field with Joey Image. Hi.
That's
Wow,
fucking great.
have
I
thought
love
this
it.
for like 30 years until like 2 weeks before we talked about it, and I looked it up, and I'm like, I wonder what that really says.
What,
Or
coming out of left field?
am I the only person
Yeah.
that knows the actual lyrics? And then I'm
Oh
that's
my
not the actual
god!
lyrics.
Yeah, because you're the only one in the world who knows the real lyrics. Joey.
No, it's let's go play some football.
8 billion
Oh, wait, hold
times
on a
that
second,
song's
hold
been
on.
played
Johnny,
on the
I didn't
radio.
even
You're
realize,
the
hold
only
on a
one who
second.
knows. Yeah. Okay. Johnny, I'm sorry.
Okay, there. I couldn't tell what was real and what was.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
I just
I'm like,
fucking
holy
had.
shit.
I just went on an acid trip. I'm like, I have a Christmas shirt on. The fuck? I'm watching myself drink, like chug a slug. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
just-
moving.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
It was seamless. Wow.
Yeah.
I just time
Just
warped.
went right into it. Yeah. So Joey, and for out of left field, you guys can totally figure out what that means. But this was
It's going to
the
be
Christmas
continue.
show. This was from the Christmas show.
Yeah.
And Joey, you're going to watch what he does, but Kenny is talking and then Joey interrupts Kenny, but listen to what he does. All right. Go ahead, Shawnee, play it.
I don't know this. Now there's nothing playing.
Now there's nothing
Look
playing.
at that,
Now
Shawnee.
we're having an acid trip because we're
I have
Yeah.
thought this for like 30 years until like 2 weeks before we talked about it, and I looked it up, and I'm like, I wonder what that really says. Or am I the only person that knows the actual lyrics? And then I'm maybe that's not the actual lyrics.
Yeah, because you're the only one in the world who knows the real lyrics, Joey.
No, it's let's go play some football.
8 billion times that song's been played on the radio. You're the only one who knows. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Talk
the
about a
only one-
narcissistic fucking.
I'm the
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
When
that
you're a
knows
Wizard
it's
of
actually-
Oz?
Let's go play some football.
All right, so
I don't
let's
know
see.
why
Want to
Jo-
enter the?
Yeah, sorry. I was
No,
gonna
no,
say,
Joey.
no, I was gonna say something completely off topic and unimportant, but okay, I missed
I think he
something.
cut it off. But anyway, Joey interrupts Kenny and says, "Oh no, sorry. I was going to say something completely off topic and unimportant." And then Joey continues to talk about this thing that he fucking brings it up.
I could, if you stopped right there, I could have guessed. Did I say it anyway?
Yes, that was the point of the fucking bit.
Yeah.
He just fucking Joey interrupts Kenny and he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just going to bring up something that was completely off topic and makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, I was watching midget wrestling. I think that's what it was."
Right,
That's
midget
what it
wrestling.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He fucking just
He went for it. Yeah.
field. He went for it, but he was like, he knew what he was doing. He said it. Oh, dude, I'm going completely off topic. And dude, it wasn't like he said, "I was watching midget wrestling the other day," and then goes into a bit. He was just like, "Yeah, I was watching midget wrestling the other day. When you said the word narcissist, it made me think of that." Continue. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I don't know why it got cut off. But
You know what it is?
hilarious.
Yeah, it's like doctor says I can't eat pasta or I'll die on the spot. And then he's at a wedding and go, "That fettuccine looks really good. I'm gonna just make sure they made it well and have some pasta." It just goes, I didn't want to bring it up, but here it is anyway.
I hope there's a different clip every week.
Oh my god, yeah, no. But that was the one.
Yeah, we were
that I
talking
saw.
about it. There's a bunch.
It got cut off
Joey
a little
isms.
bit, but right
Yeah.
when he said that, he just that was the point of the clip when and he just said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was about to say something completely off topic and nothing to do with this."
Unimportant.
So I was watching midget wrestling, and you went right into it.
Yeah, right into it.
And I remember it was midget wrestling. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
It went a couple
really
days after
funny.
Christmas, so it was around that
Yep.
time. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
funny.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, can we play that Kinnison clip? I want to see how it sounds over the air.
Oh,
live.
If Shawnee's got it,
Yeah,
but
really
explain it real
quick. This is Joey's brother who does an impression of Sam Kinison, and he
Can I
finally
tell
got
the
his
whole
brother.
story?
If you want, yeah, I'm going to
stand-up
preface
thing or
this.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, I'm going to preface this by saying, there was a night a couple of weeks ago where Joey had sent us text messages in our feed, and I listened to it. I'm like, man, that's pretty fucking cool. It sounds like Kinison on an answering machine, and Conte, not 15 minutes later, I'm flicking through the channels, and there's a Sam Kinison documentary on out of
that's
nowhere.
hilarious.
So I text
yeah.
Joey and said, "Hey, so check it out." So yeah, Joey, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you said this is on Channel 11 or whatever, and I put it on. No, it was just the short story long story short.
A little late for that.
Very long. That's what Kenny does. That's Kenny's skit. Yeah, Kenny does that.
So my brother always wanted to do stand up. He tried it once in LA 400,000 years ago. Billy Idol happened to be in the crowd. Loved my brother Sam Kinison impression. And he always throws it out at like family parties every once in a while.
Billy Idol?
And Billy Idol was at
You mentioned that, yeah.
the show in LA that my brother did. He did like an open mic or something one night. It was like 8 minutes they gave everybody, whatever. So Billy Idol grabbed my brother afterwards. Said, "I loved your Sam Kinison impression. Him and I were really good friends. Can you do an outgoing message from my answer machine? Just like, hey, this is Sam."
That's right. That's right. You mentioned this, yes.
Yeah,
That's
this
right.
is Sam from the grave. I think that's where that from the grave part came from. Billy's on home, leave a message, blah, blah, blah. And then ever since then, like every fucking family party, he throws out a Sam Kinison impression randomly. It's hilarious.
It's great.
But
I love it.
But then so I asked him to do this like months ago, and the week I asked him, he was like fucking super sick and bedridden and shit. And then I forgot about it. And then I saw him over Thanksgiving. He's like, "I didn't forget about that Kinison thing." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I did." And then the day that he sent me this, because I had texted him like 10 minutes before he texted it to me, and then I had sent it right to you guys, so I didn't forget. And I was like, "Oh, I forgot all about this." And he did it right away. So I'll do it right now. And then the first one he did was wrong, and then the other two, I can't tell the difference between the second two. I don't know the difference between. Yeah, I was like, you said it backwards. I should have kept that one actually, but I can't tell the difference between the second two. They both sound the same to me, except
They're
one of them is
different.
like
They're both different.
2.5
They're good.
seconds.
They're good. Yeah.
I can't tell the difference. I like all of them. I like the last one the best, but I sent
Yeah.
one of them to Sean. I hope
Cool.
I hope the one I sent them was correct. I don't remember if it's.
And the first time I heard these, 10 minutes later, me and you were watching a Kinnison documentary.
Yeah.
You know, and
which I have to finish.
they had Norm Macdonald, Saget, all kinds of guys. I was telling Joey before the show, I got to open for Carl LeBove, his best pal in Bananas in Hasbrook Heights for a weekend, and one of the coolest dudes. You know, told some stories. But let's listen to it. Let's check it out.
Did you see Joe's text message? I can't not see it now.
I know. That Paul Bearer guy, I always like the My Pillow guy.
He looks like Mike, whatever his name, Mike Lindell or whatever it is.
Mike Lindell, yeah, Paul Bearer, the wrestler.
Especially in that picture.
Wow.
Yeah, I've always said that. That's
so
me.
funny.
I've always said that. Yeah. Sorry.
I can't. I'll never be able to unsee that now.
He looks like our friend Butch Seltzer with heartburn.
Butchie, holy shit!
You guys know what it has. No, if he's listening, he'll know what it is.
Now I want to.
So,
I want to.
So let's.
I want to Photoshop a pillow into his hands instead of the urn.
Yeah, you could do that. I'm sure. My Pillow guy.
Let's hear this
Go ahead,
Kinnison
Shawnee.
thing.
Let's play Joey's brother doing the impression.
Oh, hey, this is Sam Kinnison talking to you from the grave, and you're listening to the Conte and Kenny Show! Oh, yeah.
That fucking
it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Listen, it really is.
It's really good.
He's got the whatever accent, wherever Kinnison was from, he's got the accent down.
Well,
you know what I mean?
My brother's been in acting for his entire life since he was in college. He just hit like 61 or 62. So yeah, he's done movies and TV shows and
He's obviously not very good at it.
He's
no, sorry.
That's what he says too, because he ain't making no money. But
it's like a burglar that's been in prison his whole life. Like you're not very good.
Yeah. So that's how. So he does all those. Oh my god. So he does all those accents. This looks so much like that picture. Oh my god.
There you go. Yeah, Mike Lindell. Yeah. Mike Lindell.
Yeah.
Mike Lindell.
Yeah.
Yeah, My Pillow. Like Shawnee, let's play that again. I want to hear that again because there's a couple of versions of these.
I think you only sent one.
Oh, hey, this is Sam Kinnison talking to you from the grave, and you're listening to the Conte and Kenny Show! Oh, yeah.
The laugh is hilarious.
Dead on.
Yeah,
listen, I'm a guy that does voices. That's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sometimes they roll up on you, sometimes you practice them, but that is good.
I got to introduce you guys to him sometime. He's a great dude.
Sure.
Yeah, where's he live?
Absolutely.
Brewster, New York, right next to Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah. Right in
about an hour drive, maybe north.
Real quick, you want me to get something real quick, Joe? Okay.
I know you wanted to. Did you want to get into overrated, underrated, or do you?
Yeah, they're real quick. There's three of them I just thought of. Okay, and we do this, all the time. We don't have to go. We don't have to go into a discussion of them. It's just something where during the week I'll jot down where I'm like, man, that's good, or this guy's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? All right.
Right.
So, first one, underrated.
Okay.
Peter Falk Columbo. We've mentioned it before, but I am on a Columbo kick. Okay?
Right.
Now, he only does Peter Falk the actor is very overrated. Peter Falk as Columbo, underrated. Excuse me. Pardon. Sorry to bother you.
Right.
Ma'am, I was just thinking, did you put the slippers in the closet before? Oh, well, I'm watching Columbo about a chef who gave the guy blowfish.
You sounded like Gilbert on Downers.
I didn't prepare for it. Anyway,
hilarious.
I'm on a Columbo kick. It's probably been about 15 years before I got in my last Columbo kick, but it's just good. It's a caper, and
people love it.
They do the crime.
I watched that growing up. My father used to watch
the crime first. I watched it. Exactly. I watched it a ton of times. They do the crime first, and then the rest of the episode is Columbo figuring out. He
Yeah.
becomes friends with the killer, So you're saying
He's
that
always
you
doing this.
weren't, Yeah, always. He's got a cigar.
Yeah.
He's got a cigar. Some woman comes up to him. She's like, "You dress like an unmade bed." I'm like,
That's a great line.
It's a fucking great line. Yeah,
That's a great line. Holy
excuse me,
shit.
sorry to bother you. Yeah. I forgot. I forgot. Anyways, so that one there, underrated, and this one, the actor Paul Giamatti.
I love him.
No,
I don't know why. I love the.
He's not underrated.
Is he rated
popped
enough
up
though?
on
I
my,
love him.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I love
People
Paul
go.
Giamatti, dude.
They look at him as one of the top actors of today. I'm telling you, they have the same. He is very revered as an actor.
Really? Okay.
Yes,
I feel like he's underrated too. He's not talked about enough. Like people,
Well,
I know people. I have friends like through wrestling that only know him from Private Parts, and I'm like, you never saw. Like you never saw American Splendor? Like, he's
Sideways.
so good.
Yeah, there's so many different. That's what I watched. Like 2 different things that he was in, and then I was watching clips of stuff that set me on to other things, and I go, man, this guy is fucking good.
He's good. He's really good.
He's also in Billions.
Okay.
And
he keeps
that
popping
show
up on
Billions.
my people you may know on Facebook. Like, did he make is it really? I don't know if it's really him.
Yeah, his uncle was Bart Giamatti, the baseball coach,
baseball
player in the
player,
80s.
He passed away, didn't he?
lifetime
Die?
ban
that
on
guy?
Pete Rose.
What's that?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Didn't he
yeah,
die?
Pete- Oh yeah,
He
he's been
died
dead for a while.
shortly after he did the thing with Pete Rose.
With Pete Rose,
right
yeah.
after he,
And
right-
Marge shot.
and that's why Pete Rose couldn't get back in.
Yeah,
Yeah, he banned Marge shot, and I think he banned Steinbrenner too. He might have banned.
I have like 7 of Bart Giamatti rookie cards from like the 1990 Donruss set.
There you go. Save it. He's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a player too. I didn't know that.
No.
They do
just
like
made a card for him for some reason. I never saw.
Yeah, I have
a card before that.
I have Pete Rozelle's. Remember Pete Rozelle from the NFL?
Yeah.
They make cards of the commissioner. Next one. I say underrated, but I think that I'm borderline for people my age or us. Anyone younger might have to search a little bit. But the band Foreigner.
They're not bad.
My first band I ever liked. First record
The
I ever
amount
bought was Foreigner 4.
The amount of hits, the range from the 70s to the late 80s. These
77
mother sons of bitches.
Dude, from 77 to 85.
77.
From 77 to 85, they
Hit
put
after
out
hit.
their first album, which was just called Foreigner, then Double Vision, then Head Games, then Foreigner 4, and then Agent Provocateur, which Agent Provocateur isn't as good as the other ones, but those 4 albums, dude, those first 4 albums they put out, dude, it's got Long, Long Way From Home, Double Vision, Head Games. There are just so many. They have.
I want to know what love is.
That's on Agent Provocateur, yeah. Which
yeah, you know what's funny? The reason why I searched this, because a memory came up on my Facebook, and they had did a Geico commercial.
Oh,
where
yes.
the lead singer's in the elevator, right?
Yes. Yep. It was a Geico commercial. I love this commercial.
He starts singing his tunes, and I go, "Fuck! I didn't even realize those are all Foreigner tunes." So then I went and was like searching Foreigner's like greatest hits
commercials. Yeah.
and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underrated,
and
or
a lot
I
of
mean,
their songs, and even a lot of their songs that weren't hits on there's not interesting thing about those first 4 or 5 albums. There's very, very few like filler songs in those albums. Like the album from the beginning right through they're killer, man. Foreigner Head Games, dude, is a phenomenal album, dude. It's phenomenal.
What is
really
the difference between the amount of hits that Aerosmith has
Right.
Okay, I would
Yeah.
put Aerosmith as a contemporary. I think Foreigner beats him with top
No.
10s. No,
What with the metal
Aerosmith?
hits?
Yeah,
'Cause
but
Aerosmith was,
comparable,
was around for
comparable.
40
been
years.
around longer. That's
You
the
you
thing,
know
yeah.
you know Aerosmith, right? I know Aerosmith is Steven Tyler, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the lead singer of Foreigner's name? I don't know.
Lou Graham.
Fred.
I don't know. Why don't I know Lou
Graham.
Graham like I know
Really?
like I know
Because he
Steven
even
Tyler?
had some. He had a bunch of solo hits too, like Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue. Oh,
Graham.
no,
I
you
don't
don't
know
know
that.
Midnight Blue? No.
Lou Graham does not sound like a foreign name, by the way.
No, well, you're an ass. You're so stupid. You're such an idiot. Actually, the original guy, Mick Jones, was it Mick Jones? Yeah, Mick Jones, the guitar player. He was from England, but there were a mix of Brits and Americans. But yeah, Lou Graham, one of the best rock vocalists, top 10 to me. of all time.
Absolutely. Yeah, he looks great from the commercial. But that's one
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
searching it, and like and then it took me into Boston, and Boston is a whole nother. Their first album, the guy fucking did it in the basement of his house with synthesizers. He
really?
was an MIT. Yeah, the lead singer of Boston. He sold the album without drums. Only thing he didn't have was without drums, and he was an MIT scientist, and he invented in the basement of his parents' house, and he's like 6'5", and the basement's only about 6'2". You know what I mean? So they had an interview where he walked through this old basement, and he put it all together. He sends it in, he sends it out, and Columbia Records, I'm making it up, Capitol Records, something like that, says, "Oh, this sounds pretty good. What is this?" And he goes, "It's one guy in a basement." So they put the drums in, a couple of guitar licks, and produced the album on vinyl as he recorded it. He made his own gear, his own recording studio, his own synthesizers.
Shit.
He sung it. He did the guitar licks. The only thing was that without the drums. Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Boston.
So then,
that
what did they do? Get the band, and then they got guys together to
they
play.
put
with
studio
him?
musicians together. Yes, yep. They put studio. He had friends that he played with. You know what I mean? But there wasn't a
Right.
band Boston. It was him in a basement tinkering
And
with.
is that the lead singer?
different-
Is the lead singer the guy?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And the Boston hit is
Well, probably
Help
more
me
than
out
a
here.
feeling was to.
more than a
What-
feeling. There is something. Whoa, a feeling. That's
was it forward? Long time. I forgot.
Walking
Yeah,
away.
that album is ridiculous, dude.
What he did, he was the first person that invented a loop for singing that became auto-tune. His voice, he looped it
Oh,
where it's like
okay.
double, almost like double exposure, or whatever, when the reel to reels. And eventually the technology turned into auto-tune. And that was More Than a Feeling. More than a oh. Yeah. Great story.
Wow.
Yeah.
No shit. Did not know that.
Yeah. That's Boston.
think
Yeah,
he
check
died.
that
I
out.
think he
So that's
died.
why I came out of No, I just saw an interview with him.
Really? One of the
Or
guys
maybe-
from
maybe
Boston
recently.
died. No, a bunch of years ago. Something to do with his grill. Like, I swear to God, like his fucking barbecue
Blew
grill.
himself
something.
up? Exploded? or
No, I.
something?
Oh, I thought you were
think-
talking about teeth. I thought you were talking
No,
about teeth.
no.
I was like, are you going ghetto? Are you going ghetto talking saying
Something about his
I seriously
grill.
thought you were gonna be like someone his grill. Like he had like he
might.
had like gingivitis
I
or
might.
something.
I might.
I'll never forget. I was in a warehouse and there's two truck drivers, and one of them is a black guy and the other guy's a white guy. He's got no teeth. And I'm just sitting there as a fly on the wall. And they're over the road truckers and they're dropping shit off at the airport. And the black guy goes, the white guy goes, "Oh man, I haven't seen you in a long time." And the black guy goes, "Man, I'd have 22 feet of my lower intestine taken out because I own a counter rot." Right?
22 feet of my lower
I'm listening.
intestines.
I had 22 feet of my lower intestines taken out because I was on a counter rot. They had to take it out there, so I was all laid up. And I'm like, holy shit, 22 feet. There's like 28 feet of
rot.
Yeah, and there's 28 feet.
Yeah.
Not a fucking nanosecond later, the white guy who could have been maybe 35, maybe. And he goes, hey man, look at this. I had all my teeth taken out. They had to take all my teeth out. He goes, your teeth ever get so bad that it actually made you sick? And the doc said it was going to kill my heart. So I said, instead of me dying, I said, just take them all out. And he's blubber gums. Sitting there with no fucking 35 years old with blubber gums.
Wow.
Because his
wow.
His teeth were so bad. And he goes, your teeth ever get so bad it makes you sick? And it is, if you have bad teeth, it can screw your heart up, the plaque,
Yeah, it
you
can
know what
mess
I mean?
your heart up somehow. I've always heard
Yes.
that. Yeah, I didn't.
But you got to be a real fucking douche to make your mouth get that bad. You know what I mean? I mean, there's you
Listen,
want to
there
be
is
in the
genetics.
pantheon
Some
of
people, no matter
all
what
time.
they do, some people,
You know,
they
you could be the worst dresser. You could be the shortest guy. You could be the tallest guy. You could have the biggest dick. You could have the small stick. But probably one of the worst things is you have the worst mouth of all time. Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
If you're
There's
just
no
so
dressing
fucked
that
up.
There's
Ain't no dressing that
up. Nope. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
bubble gums. Just
When it
bubble
just
gums
looks
all
like-
over the place.
It looks like a graveyard that was attacked by fucking, hit by bombs, and like just there's holes, and then there's some gravestones. It's a mess.
It looks like a tarp
some
in the
people just have
wind.
bad genetic.
Just
It looks
lips.
like what?
Kenny,
Like a
it
tarp
was
in the wind. When it goes,
It was Epic Records, the Boston thing.
Epic Records. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm reading about it now.
It's-
This is
it-
fascinating. He
yeah.
did- he
Yeah,
did
they
all
took
this
a
shit
shot
in-
on
he-
him.
Yeah, he did
In
all
the
this shit in his
basement, and
basement. He
if
worked.
you-
It
if
said
you
he
search,
worked
there's-
somewhere, and he piece by piece he bought pieces to build a studio.
Yeah, he was an
That's crazy.
MIT guy. He was
Yeah.
building rocket ships and shit. Yeah.
Oh, he worked for
If you
Polaroid.
watch a Polaroid, but in the
Yeah.
making the mechanicals of the cameras. If you watch, there's a video of him going back there. Like they go and hey, knock on the door and go. "I
Is
used to
that
live
on
here."
like YouTube or something?
Yes.
I'll find. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Tom Schultz.
Tom Schultz.
Yeah.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, because I'm fucking my stomach's growling. Yeah, my stomach's growling. Okay,
I'm dieting. I can't eat anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to start dieting right after I have leftover Chinese
good
food
luck.
from yesterday. Real quick, two things. I was working last night for band Silverstein and the band Thursday, and it's like a My Chemical Romance. A lot of younger girls, okay, a lot of younger girls, not teeny boppers because they started as young teens.
Thursday,
now they're older.
20-year-old man. Yeah.
Yeah, now they're older. So the people that like they're 22, 25, 30-year-old women, girls,
Here it is.
I saw this one, and some of them dress up. You know what I mean? I saw this girl, and it was the house lights were on. The crowd is starting to dissipate, but people wait by the barricade for like a drumstick or a guitar pick, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And she catches my eye. I look at her. We didn't make eye contact, but I see her, and gotta be 6 foot tall. Model, like Cindy Crawford potential. You know what I mean? But the makeup, she is thin, thin like that, that Vogue kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you
like
see it.
praying mantis fucking looking.
Right, alienish, like a kind of Taylor Swifty, kind of like tall and
Yeah.
You could see the corner.
Yeah.
She had fucking paint on her eyebrows. She had blush, like rouge on her cheeks.
Yeah.
And she had this fucking hairdo. She looked like a fucking llama. She actually looked. You could see the beauty of her. She looked like she was going to stick her head in my sunroof and eat popcorn out of the thing in a fucking safari at Six Flags. You know what I mean? Pecking around like
Johnny,
a fucking ostrich.
Can you put a picture of a llama on the screen? Kenny's telling
an alpaca llama.
Kenny looks and goes, "Holy shit!"
She had this curly do like up in the middle hair. You know what I mean? Not a mohawkish thing, but she had these dark eyebrows, these red lips. You know what I mean? The rouge on the side of her face, but you could see that she was actually a very pretty girl, but she jazzed it up just like a fucking barn animal. Like she's
jazzed it up like a barn animal.
You just fucking hold it. You hold it
like a barn animal. Hold on.
Yeah, you just hold a cup. You just hold a couple of oats out of the side of your fucking car, and she's pecking at it like an ostrich, sitting spitting at you, chewing her cud. That's not exactly that alpaca's screaming. Yeah, no.
Blurry.
Was this her? Maybe this was her. Right
no,
was about to
a cute alpaca. Not that. That looks like a nightmare. A cute alpaca. She was just standing there with a blank look on her face, just staring. And I'm like,
right.
She looks like a fucking llama. But you could see the beauty behind it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could see the beauty behind it. Now 6 foot tall. Yeah. Fucking.
Should have told her. You saw that?
Oh,
no, I know. I gave her carrots. She was too busy chewing. There you go. That's better.
There you go.
Yeah, that's better. Something like that. It just the way her face was.
That llama right there is
that's
giving
the blank
you,
stare she had.
That's giving you the fucking one eye, man. That's giving you the stink eye. Like this.
I told you
you're talking about it. That's hilarious, dude.
We didn't make eye contact, but she just had this blank look on her face, and that's why I was like,
where did you see this girl?
At the barricade. Show. There's perfect. There it is. Perfect.
At the show
Look at the screen. Night? That is at the show last night. Waiting for a guitar pick. That is more. That is exactly. She had her hair.
You should have took a picture and just said, "Oh, we're taking pictures of the crowd for our social media." Just to get
for our social media. Shawnee, that is perfect because she had this hairdo. She had this hairdo that was colored, and it was like a not a mohawk, but it was too big for a mohawk. And she was just staring blankly at 6'1".
Oh, that's fantastic.
And she looked like a llama, bro. She's gonna spit at me.
That is
fucking
so
sitting
funny.
over there eating
Oh
oats.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great.
One more thing before, real quick. Take 2 seconds before, because it's gonna run out of time by next week. Mel Gibson was on Joe Rogan, okay? And it's one of the things I wanted to listen to. I want to hear about.
It's gonna run out of time before next week.
No. This won't have any legs by next week. So I'm going to say it now. It really is. So Mel Gibson, they're talking about he's doing a second Passion of the Christ. He's doing the resurrection. You know, they're talking about religion. They're talking. It's 2.5 hours, and I listened to the whole thing.
Brains out. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing, but this is where it comes in. I'm listening to it, and as I'm listening to it, talking about spirituality and the belief in Jesus and God and all that kind of stuff, and I'm connecting with it, right? And I'm connecting with it because I have the same kind of beliefs. Not many, not in any kind of drastic way, but I had to keep pausing it, okay? So it was 2.5 hours long. It took me about 4 hours to get through it. Do you want to know why I had to keep pausing it?
Why?
They're laughing to her.
Because it was 4:30 in the morning. It was 4:30 in the morning, and I was betting on Czechoslovakian table tennis. As I'm having this spirituality thing of like connecting with the Lord God and our Savior and everything, I'm like, oh, pause. Did Musha check?
Lord God, spooky language.
They're in the second set. I had to keep pausing it because I'm gambling.
Oh, you fucking degenerate. So you're
it's beautiful.
In touch
Two kids playing ping pong.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden you're like, come on, you Czech fuck. Fucking get the fucking serve going, you cocksucker.
I'm like, come on, you were fucking favored. You were minus 168. He's minus one. He's plus 124. Fucking get him in a 6th fucking set. You know?
That's
funny. It's 11-6. I get him. So I'm actually so I had to pause it. Man. It took me twice as long to watch about, Mel Gibson talking about Jesus because I was gambling.
That's great.
And that's it. That's all I got there.
Oh, that's
I wanted to
great.
say that
What
before.
a great way to end this show. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. All right. Shawnee, you want to play our outro music? Let's get the hell out of here. Oh my God, it's almost 8:30.
Yeah, sorry, pals.
Yes. And I forget what the name of this is, but this is my cousin who, ironically, just like the guy from Boston, my cousin.
Oh, this is Swamp of the Universe.
Swamp of the Universe, yes. And it's my cousin, T. Parisi on YouTube. He does the same thing. He writes all his own music, plays all the instruments, records it, and then he makes little videos. So if you want to check out some of his shit, go to T. Parisi on YouTube. He's got some good songs, man. Same thing as the guy from Boston. Obviously, my cousin is not,
Yeah. I love the AI intro. I love the AI intro, Sean.
Yes. I think I'm going to work with Shawnee before.
We need some kind of video,
I want that
though.
to be part of the intro. I want that to be part of the intro. And maybe
Kenny and Joey with Joe. And every time on the East Coast.
Because
in the chat room live and all of you listening in podcast form, we appreciate it. We thank you, Sean, our producer.
Yes.
Check out our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, Conte and Kenny. We got some old clips on there. And
hey, Elton John never packed up his tools.
I'm not even paying attention to you anymore. Yeah, he packs up other things. But anyway, I'll be at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club January 15th, which is Wednesday.
Yes.
I'll be headlining a show on February 4th at the Uncle Vinny's in Freehold. It's the new talent comedy show where a bunch of new comics come on and then I close it out. So go to UncleVinny'sComedyClub.com for both of them. And that's it. You guys got anything to plug? No? Good. All right. We end each show the same way our pal, the late, great Otto Peterson, would always say goodbye. And that is, take care.